The global cannabis testing market by product, chromatography, spectroscopy, consumables, software services, potency, microbial analysis, terpene profiling, heavy metal testing, pesticide screening, and end user forecasts to 2029. The report has been added to researchandmarket.com's offering. The global cannabis testing market is estimated to reach $4 billion by 2029 from US $1.8 billion in 2024, at a CAGR of 17.2% during the forecast period of 2024 to 2029. Market growth is driven by the rising legalization of medical and recreational cannabis and increased use of cannabis for medical applications. Technological advancements in testing technologies is likely to spur the market growth. However, the lack of standardization and investment risks due to regularization are some of the major factors expected to restrain the market growth during the forecast period. Product segment accounted for the highest share of 2023. Based on product and software, the cannabis testing market is broadly segmented into products, which are consumables and analytical instruments, and software. The product segment held the largest market share in 2023. Market growth is attributed to technological advancements that offer sophisticated tools for accurate analysis, ensuring compliance and quality control, and increasing legalization of cannabis drugs. Market trends such as growing requirements for potency labeling and pesticide screening further contribute to the demand for specialized consumables, driving growth in the cannabis testing market. The service end user segment held the dominant share in the cannabis testing market. Based on end users, the global cannabis testing market is segmented into product and software end users and service end users. In 2023, the service end user segment emerged as the primary driver of growth in the global cannabis testing market, exhibiting the highest CAGR throughout the forecast period. The high growth rate of this segment can be attributed to the increasing legalization of cannabis for medicinal and recreational purposes, which has fueled demand for reliable testing to ensure safety and quality, heightened consumer awareness of safety and quality, stringent regulatory standards, and advancements in testing technologies. The Europe region estimated to show the fastest growth rate. The cannabis testing market is segmented into North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, Latin America, and the Middle East and Africa. During the forecast period, Europe region is estimated to grow at the highest CAGR. The growing awareness of the medical use of marijuana and the strategic expansion of prominent players driving growth in the European market. For instance, Germany has, as of April 1st, 2024, partly decriminalized marijuana use. The legal possession and cultivation of cannabis for recreational use by adults aged 18 and over in limited quantities, as well as its consumption, is now allowed in Germany. A technical glint, and that is where, got it. This is the article that Jason sent me, and that's all it's going to show me. But we can just talk about it.
Can you summarize it for those of us who have been judging and are too high?
I think we get the point that Europe's the fastest growing technical market. That doesn't surprise me at all. I've got two things to say about that, and then I want to open it up to you guys. The first thing is, I've said for the last, year that when Germany goes legal, and now that it's gone legal, I've continued to say, Germans are used to having their medicine paid for, and the majority of people in the U.S. use cannabis for medicinal reasons. You're using it for sleep, pain, anxiety. It's okay that you want to use it just to get high, but the reality is over 80% of people using cannabis report to using it for medical reasons. If that number holds true in Europe and everybody there is used to having their medicine paid for by the government, you're going to have trouble growing a recreational market when the medical markets where people are going to get the government to pay for their weed. And that is essentially what we're seeing happen, is that the medicinal market, they took it off the narcotics list. The medicinal market is blowing up a la Hims, Hers, those two websites where you can go to telemedicine and you can get hair growth, or you can get erectile dysfunction meds and you don't have to go to the doctor. That shit's blowing up in Germany. It's blowing up in Europe because now that cannabis is no longer a narcotic, but it's medicinal, there's a way for you to finagle the government to pay for your meds and have it tested. So it has to be EU GMP certified. So think that the cannabis is growing in a clean room, like super pharmaceutical grade. I don't know what that's going to do to the quality of the cannabis, but I will tell you that it's uber clean. Might be dead. They radiate a lot of it. So that's another topic. That's the first thing I want to say about that, is not surprising. The second thing I want to say is I have a client at New Holland Group that's called Specs AI, and what they're doing is they've got AI for growing, and they actually have this spectrography camera system that goes into these grows, and they can actually test the THC and CBD from the photos without destroying any plants. It's not them taking a picture and going, oh, the leaf is yellow. It's them actually doing the test and being able to, with accuracy, they can detect hop latent virus without destroying the plant about 14 days before a lab test would show you the hop latent virus, which means you can get infected plants out of your grow. The technology explosion that's happening in Germany is mind-blowing. So the fact that they're over there wanting to get the tests regulated and that market's growing, not surprising. Opening it up to you guys.
Okay, something came up for me. This Hims-Her model, and then we're talking about ED medication and medication for hair growth. I just need to say, first of all, I needed to research that in order to know that those products were even offered. I'm not a customer. But if they can come up with a pill that allows me to grow hair on my dick, like just a hybrid pill, like a pube enhancer. I see all these women getting like these eyelash serums. Is there something for us guys? I want a bush. I want a man bush.
Trust me, Yarrow, you don't. You don't want that. No one's going to create that for you.
Whoa. I'm gonna be so hairy down there. I'm gonna start a brand called Tumbleweed.
Hey, look, you can't just do anything you want because Jason's gone. Damn it, Yarrow.
Like what's going on here?
I'm taking us to the gutter.
Rolling back. I do like that. I do like, Jamie, that you pointing out that Germany and the European countries, their health system will pay for medical cannabis, and that might keep recreational cannabis at bay a little bit. And I just think it's, in so many ways, when we see what Europe is doing, oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes what we'll see is they are actually leading with a lot more mature, intelligent, and compassionate thought and policy. What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, Germany obviously is one that leads the way for Europe too. So people are going to follow their lead as well too. So I just think I love seeing the science and the technology boom. We just had the Cannabis Science Conference here in Kansas City, which was crazy to watch. And I got to get to know the people at Endless Cultivation, a tissue culture lab in Tulsa, Oklahoma, of all places. And yes, they're talking about doing
they have science in Kansas City?
Yeah, they had the conference for the Cannabis Science Conference. Had more microbiologists in one room than back in college. But
I like my biologist macro, but it's cool.
But I couldn't believe Tulsa, Oklahoma has the best tissue culture lab I've seen. It's amazing. And seeing the science and everything that's going back there, cleaning the stuff. What do you think about tissue culture, Mathieu?
TC and the KC. So I was very. It was only last week that Jamie educated me on the fact that Germany has home grow, and I think that's another factor in why adult use or recreational markets per se may be more limited. Not just to her point that Europeans are used to getting reimbursed for their medicine, but also if you can grow a few plants in your backyard and to use for homeostasis or just for when your homies are staying over, you may not need to have a robust adult use market because you can grow your own.